Good afternoon, church. Hard to believe that it's already the end of April. Time just seems to be going by both very quickly and very slowly somehow together at the same time. Summer is quickly approaching. We're kind of racing through spring, and time just seems to be getting away from us with the current situation. That being said, I wanted to kind of touch base a little bit with you today on some of the things that you probably saw in yesterday's newsletter. We talked a lot about group life here at Hillsdale UB. It's so important to us. It is a major priority for us in all that we do. We know that if you're going to continue growing in your faith, that it really happens best when you do so in community with other people. And even when we are meeting regularly on Sundays for regular worship, that's not enough. It's just not enough for you to grow at a good rate in your faith. And so our desire as a church is to see you connecting throughout the week with other believers, to encourage one another, to study the scriptures together, to hold each other accountable to being invested in your own spiritual growth. And to just walk through life, figuring it out together, collective wisdom, if you will, as you raise kids, as you pursue career opportunities and options, as you live in and amongst non-believers in our larger community here in Hillsdale. So many opportunities for you and others to live out your faith together, side by side. You know, as a church, our three priorities when it comes to group life are to help you connect, to grow, and eventually to serve as well. Especially right now, with the way things are, we know it's so important to be connecting with other people. And it's difficult, and so we have to be creative in it. You know, meeting by Zoom or other social media outlets with small groups, and trying to find ways to encourage one another and to just be together while apart. It requires a little extra effort. But as we look forward to this summer, we are intending to have opportunity to meet together more and more often. And so right now we're putting together new small groups. We're adding some additional small groups and creating a wider variety of group types here at the Hub. Groups sometimes that maybe are designed to be centered around common interests that you might have, sports or other hobbies that you may have. You can connect with other people and use those interests as a launch pad to talk about your faith and to talk about what God's doing in your world. Maybe even to invite new people into the church through those activities. We're going to have Bible study groups as we always have. We're going to have some service groups for those of you who are just looking for a place that you can meet needs, give to others, and be generous with your time and with your abilities. So we want to continue to encourage that. Over the next couple weeks, we're going to be adding to our website a place for you to register and sign up for some of these new small groups. There'll be great descriptions on what they're all about so that you can kind of peruse that as an online catalog and then decide maybe what works best for both your schedule and your current situation. And the bottom line is, we want you to connect. We want you to be continually growing in your faith as you study God's Word together. And then we want both of those things to happen in such a way that it releases you and makes you available to help others, to be generous, again, with your time, with your talent, with your treasure, so that you can serve others selflessly. We believe that our church is poised to make great impact in our community, and it comes from you being connected with one another through group life here at the church. So be watching on the website. We'll continue to talk about it and help you make those connections and get plugged in where you decide you want to. We'll look forward to seeing you again this weekend online as we worship together, as we study God's Word together. This weekend we will be talking about Daniel and looking at what made him a hero of the faith, that we might take on some of those attributes for ourselves as well. We would grow in our faith, that we might also serve as heroes for God's kingdom. We'll look forward to seeing you this weekend.